everyone, and this is my first vlog ever, and I'm really excited about it. Pretty much going to be doing this on me and my weight loss or weight loss issues, because obviously it is not easy. For people who think it is, you're wrong. Since this is my first vlog, I figured I would let you know a little bit more about me instead of automatically jumping into what I am doing and how I am becoming Tashilicious rather than being a Jellypuffofdoom. Now, first thing off is going to be my history. Now, I have struggled with weight my entire life. And I mean entire life, pretty much ever since I could remember. Like in first or second grade, there was this awesome dinosaur suit that you could wear on your birthday or something like that. I don't even remember what the purpose was for wearing this dinosaur suit. But when I tried to put it on, I was too big for the dinosaur suit. So I felt a little embarrassed about that, but hey, what can you do? So I mean, the more specifics after that is kind of rough for me to remember. I don't admit this to anybody, but I fell and broke somebody's arm. I tripped over a tree stump or something, and they had tripped over it too. Maybe I tripped over them, I'm not sure. But either way, I fell and broke their arm. So that's another really chubby, not so proud moment. Yeah, not good. Another time was I was clothes shopping with my sister, and the whole thing was flare jeans. Everybody loved flare jeans. And I had to get the biggest size they had, and even that was a little tight on me. So that was not really good. I've always hated clothes shopping. Why? Because you can never find anything that fits. Either it's too tight or it's, you know, too big. Especially being in high school, you don't want to go shop in the women's world section of Macy's, or it was Filene's back then. But yeah, it's not exactly the coolest place to shop and to get really hip clothing and look all cool like. I guess when I was in high school, and after a while my parents finally realized, hey, she's really has some kind of food issue. I started going to see a nutritionist. I measured everything I ate, and it was pretty much my mom was doing most of it. I did a little bit. Yeah, it was mostly just her, so I didn't learn any of it really myself. I knew of it, but didn't really do it myself, so it wasn't really my thing. And I was losing weight, and what I really liked about it was the fact that she would not tell me what I weighed. I weighed it initially, she told me that, but I was not the person to track like the number and continue figuring out how much I weighed. When I would step on the scale, I would step on it backwards, so that way I couldn't see how much I weighed. And with that, she would just tell me, oh, you've lost a pound. Oh, you lost 2 pounds. Oh, you lost 3, or you went up 2. Of course, you have to write everything down. I ate 1 cup of rice and 1 piece of cake. I already knew about this whole tracking shebang. And let's just say, yeah, after a while, I kind of stopped doing it. My parents stopped taking me. So that really wasn't any of my fault, but it was my fault that I didn't continue doing it, where I really should have. And then I got into college, and everything just went like really bad, because I mean, it was all you can eat all the time pretty much. It was not good. We're talking about a gourmet of macaroni and cheese and eggs and bacon and all this lovely delicious stuff that we all love so much. Or shouldn't eat too much. So, but yeah, that was my diet. There was actually a gym that had opened, brand new facility, and we were like, awesome. So then I started working out with my roommates because they were charging us for this place anyway, even though we might not have wanted to use it. So we went, I was working out, and I'm like, oh man, can I get the wood? Woohoo! But yeah, on a drunken escapade, I fell out of a car. Yes, I fell out of a car and twisted my ankle, or should I say I technically sprained my ankle really, really badly. And yeah, but I was acting like a champ when I did it, though. I was like, don't worry, guys, I'm being a team player. And I thought I was all that. But really, the next morning, it was huge and didn't feel awesome anymore. So after that, hurting my ankle and everything. So after that, or a little bit before that, all my friends had actually graduated. I had to take one more class because I changed my major to broadcast journalism from the media, communication media stuff. So I guess I needed to take a class on film editing. And even though I had already taken the advanced class, they were still like, well, you need to take the beginner class. And I'm like, ugh, hang me now. So I had to stay another semester. I had gotten my own apartment. Living on my own was awesome, but it's really difficult to cook for yourself. You know, it's either the takeout diet. I ate a lot of Subway. I mean, $5 footlongs. And then I ate a lot of pasta and rice and stuff because it was pretty cheap and you can get a lot of it and cook a lot. And I made it some really tasty, good way, and it was awesome. But yeah, so let's say without working out because my ankle was broken, I was eating all this starch and carbs, nom 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 nom. And yeah, let's say I kind of gained a lot. Last I had remembered weighing myself was at like 275. That's really high. But that was when I was at the gym. Now afterwards, I have no idea. But yeah, so here is a picture of me after all that junk happened, and let's say, yeah, talk about beluga. It was not pretty. So then I graduated college, looked like a pig. Everything was bad, but of course, to me anyway, I looked fantastic. But yeah, I don't think the rest of the world really did. There's a lot of trouble with that. But I guess I had always kind of been big, so to me it was pretty normal, which really, really stunk. It wasn't until I had moved down to Massachusetts and I had gotten really, 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 really sick. Blisters all inside my mouth and down my throat. I couldn't eat anything. It was really difficult. Everything was just coming up anyway. So even if I did try to eat something, it hurt really badly, like about right here, it hurt. And then I would just go bleh, bleh afterwards. So it was kind of pointless to eat. Even to drink water, I couldn't even drink water. That was not very good. But hey, I had lost about 40 pounds since, like I said, I hadn't weighed myself since I was going to the gym. So I probably lost maybe a little bit more than that. But to me anyway, right now, I lost about 40 pounds. And it was awesome. I felt fantastic. I mean, granted, this wasn't so awesome, but, you know, it was the fact afterwards, my jeans were all too big. I couldn't even finish half of a sandwich because my stomach head went from blob to blob. Really tiny. Like these. I was putting the weight back on. I was feeling kind of icky. I was like, I don't want to do this. So I was trying to figure out a way to help me lose weight. And I was like, all right, let's go try Jenny Craig. Jenny Craig's one of the places that, you know, my grocery bill for that 1 week for me was $100 $80. And I mean, that's normally for the two of us. I spend a little under $300 because of all the fresh fruits and stuff now. So the other program I was looking at was Weight Watchers, and I decided, hey, I might as well try this. I get to cook whenever I want. I get to measure it. Hey, it's kind of like that new, like a moment like this, and you're just like, hey, I remember that. I did that in high school. So why not do it now? It wasn't much of a difference. So I went, and luckily I had a friend I mentioned it to, and they came with me. And I was like, yay, I have a friend. Yeah, so we decided we started going together. Been going now ever since October, and now it's July. So I've been going there for about 6 months or so, roughly. And then I decided that I wanted to do this video blog. For the past like month or so, I have been having the hardest time in the world. Like, I was doing really well. I was working out. I've got my Zumba and stuff. I was doing all these dances, and so we were doing this Buddha circles and looking all like sexy, body rolls, workouts, and you're just like, Billy, I can't do it anymore. But I was working out, I was eating good, I was doing fantastic, lost about 28 pounds or so, and then I went, and then here I am. Now I decided that I was having a hard time getting back on the wagon. I've been eating so much junk, and I figured you guys can be in my realm of my food sinning. It's a doomsday for me. Tuesdays are normally when I go to a meeting to get weighed in to see if I go up or down. And I have a feeling today that I'm going to be going up rather than down. That's only because of all the junk I ate. A lot of junk. Ugh. I made a 2-week menu of what I'm going to eat for the 2 weeks anyway, for lunch, dinner, blah, blah, blah. I go through like 80 bazillion cookbooks. Show you what I mean. I've got like this one. I've got this one. I know everything's kind of backwards. This one's kind of, whoa. This one's kind of fun. It's so fat, low fat, no fat. I don't know. I think it's kind of a fun name anyway. So yeah, what I do pretty much every week is I'll go through these cookbooks, and I have 80 bazillion tabs in them, as you can see. Figure out what I'm going to make for the week. How many servings is it? Is it going to be 4 servings? Is it 6 servings? Because luckily, since I'm only feeding 2 people, the 4 servings is the equivalent of 2 meals. So dinner and then lunch the next day. So that way I already know what I'm going to be eating, and that really helps a lot. Whee! All right, I'm in a swivel chair, so don't mind me. But, so yeah, so one of the things I'm going to be making this week is pesto and feta stuffed chicken breast. I'm going to show you a picture right there. It's going to be delicious. But that serves 4 people, are 4 servings, so I'm going to be, it's going to be 2 delicious meals for me and my significant other. Pretty much what I end up doing is making my grocery list on these little note cards. Write down what I'm going to get, so that way I don't overbuy stuff, because that would really, really stink. But yeah, so I normally do that for about a week to 2 weeks, depending. And I'll be showing you guys kind of like what my meal plan is, probably right around over here or over there or wherever, I don't know. So yeah, and then last night, this was actually kind of funny. I was going for a walk, and the Fatboy Slim song there, what is it called? Weapon of Choice. Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice came on while I was on my walk on my iPod. And I was like, awesome, I love the song. And I figured, since it's like, walk without rhythm, you won't attract the one. So I'm starting to walk around down the street, and I'm going, woo, wee, wah, and snapping and stuff. And I was having such a good time. Mind you, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, so people probably thought I was, but I wasn't. I was just working out because I can, and I got honked at. It was a beep beep, and I'm like, heck yeah, that's me. I'm dancing around like a fool, because like most people are kind of self-conscious when they go for their walks or something. I'm like, whatever, I was having a good time. That's all that matters to me. I figured if I'm having fun, who cares? But I'm getting back on my workout wagon because I know that's kind of a key to me becoming kind of slimmer. I don't know how this is slimmer, but okay. So, yeah. So after that, I'm just like, oh, you're right. I really gotta get working out again. So that's when I kind of went for my crazy power walk of awesomeness. The one thing I'm dreading about this whole month here is I only have one Disney event, and Disney event is kind of key for me anyway on the weekends with my working out, because believe it or not, you lug this really heavy equipment, and I have to do at least 4 kind of choreographed dances, which maybe one day I will show you guys, to songs like the Hoedown Throwdown, yay Hannah Montana. And then you've got the pushing up daisies, and what is that song? Dance Forever. There you go. So pushing up the daisies, Dance Forever, and It's On by some group or something from like Camp Rock, whatever. So yeah, I know the choreographed dances to those. So when I don't have the Disney weekends, I mean, that's talk about cardio and a half in a really short period of time. And then not only that, you have to lug all this heavy equipment. I'm wacko for pretty much 2 to 3 hours to try to get the kids super excited about it being Radio Disney. So yeah, that's a month without that is like tears to my eyes. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have, like I said, I have one this month, and hopefully in the upcoming months I'll have plenty more. I noticed that those weeks I actually have a higher success rate with losing weight. To kind of put it into perspective for you, one event that I did was a 3-hour-long event, and I had burned enough that I could probably eat as much as I did or another day's worth of food. So I burned enough calories that I could eat an entire another day of food and still probably lose weight. So that kind of puts it into perspective for you about how much or how intense, working for Radio Disney really is doing what I do. Sure, if I was sitting in the studio, I'll just go out for another crazy walk tonight and dance like this. Like that. And like, whoa! Exactly. So that's, so if you see me walking down the street or see someone walking like that, don't think they're automatically insane, because it could just be someone like me.